Right now, YouTube is at a very, very bad spot. For me personally and my views. This is for a variety of things, but today we're going to be going straight into that. So first things first, one, it's hard to make content right now because COVID, so a lot of the content that we would have watched before of this COVID cannot be made currently because some of those things aren't open or aren't actually allowed due to COVID restrictions. That there is obviously fixing very soon, as we've just had a few days ago now, or for you guys, probably about a week or so, we actually had the lockdown eased slightly a bit more, but still, it's not back to originally, and there's still not very easy with content. For me personally, I only make content when I'm home alone. That's the only time I actually am able to make content. And if we are in lockdown, it's hard for me to make that content, which then in turn means I cannot actually upload the content because I haven't had the time to make it. So then that makes my bad channel. Well, it is a bad channel, but it makes my channel bad because I haven't been able to upload as frequently as I would like to. I would love to be able to upload, every few days. Preferably even every day, but I don't have the time to do that. Especially with lockdown, I can only make a video a week right now. And it's not the best. So, another point is that there's not much content at all. Even in terms of gaming, the games that I want to watch and that I like watching aren't actually updating frequently enough to actually make content with it. Which then means that massive, content creators out there can't then make videos. For example, Laserbeam, last year or so, he's not been able to make much content at all. Because he just hasn't had anything given to him to do that. And it's very similar as well, with games are kind of dying off. But everyone loves gaming. No one can play the same game fluently or make good content out of that game. And that is a sore spot for YouTube. But that is a spot that, everything, right, I've said, is kind of out of YouTube's hands. Obviously, there are some things that YouTube have done that have kind of slightly ruined YouTube a little bit. YouTube itself is still great. I still love the platform, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I didn't love the platform, I wouldn't currently be making videos because I don't get money out of it. Probably will never get money out of it. This is just something I want to do. But the stuff with the, I can't remember its actual name, but we have to choose if it's child friendly or not. It's good in terms of safeguarding, but if you want to make child content, you can just upload it onto YouTube Kids. You can have that be the YouTube Kids era, and then everything else is parentally guided over on this side of the platform. And then the music can be mainly focused on YouTube Music if they really want to. I prefer it to be here in one place, but it would kind of separate it a bit more and allow content to be made freely. Freedom of speech, really. That is what people want. For example, people want to give their thoughts on everything, because they can't give their thoughts on certain things because they're not allowed to. For example, there's loads of videos that I could make, but I'm just not able to with the rules and regulations that YouTube have in place. There's just too many there to actually cope. So, how is it going to be solved? Well, some of it can be solved from YouTube, aka slightly lapsing over on the judgment side of things with the child-friendly content and the non-child-friendly content, because the rules and stuff, if you choose non-child-friendly content, aren't very good for your channel. But if you choose child-friendly content, again, it's not that great for the channel. It's kind of like you need to survey it and look at all the positives and negatives with your channel, your audience size, all that. Me personally, it doesn't make too much difference being very small. Most of my views are from subscribers or whatever. For example, only 10% of people that are watching my videos right now aren't subscribed. 90% of you guys are currently subscribed, which I'm thanking you all for that. But if we can make that even higher than 90%, I would be great Like, I'll be greatly thankful for it. So if you are part of that 10%, please do drop a like and subscribe. Drop a like anyway, even if you are subscribed as well, by the way. But, you know, you get the point. But yeah, that's another thing. I think they need to update the stats system, because it's very similar to what it's been for the last years. Like, so, you know, that's not exactly going to help the YouTube audience, mostly the creators, when looking at their content, see what's good and bad. But then if they can see what works really well, they'll be able to make better content for the audience. So that's the stuff that YouTube do well. Everything else is kind of slightly to do with game creators, or obviously just unfortunate circumstances like COVID. And the COVID one, I understand, it's hard to make content right now because of it. That one's kind of out of everyone's control. Obvious reasons apply to that. But some of them are for game creators not updating the game. I get the fact that they can't update it as well, but they can still do updates because they can just get onto like a Zoom call or just work from home from the computers that they have at home, or supply computers that are able to do good enough updates that send it to a certain amount of people that are at their their base of operations, their headquarters, their buildings, whatever they want to call them. They can just send them there, and then they can go through it all, see what's good, see what's bad, slightly alter it at there to make sure it works. But, you know, it's possible. So, anyway, thank you very much guys for watching this video. Bit of a different one, but I fancied making this video for a while, and I thought, why not, you know? Not like I've got much content to give you anyway, so enjoy. So anyway, thank you very much guys for watching. I'm not going to bombard you anymore, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Goodbye.